Hi guys, how are you all doing? Hope you're all well. So I just wanted to come and do my January favourites. This is a little bit late because obviously we're now in February, but I did have a few things that I wanted to talk to you guys about and just show you just some of the things I have been really enjoying in the month of January. First of all, can I just say that January just seemed to go on forever? Like, am I the only one that felt that? Because like seriously, it went on for so long. I am going to start off with a primer. Now, I actually have no idea where the lid to this primer is, so apologies. But if you have watched my recent, testing new makeup video, you would have seen that I've mentioned some of these products already in that video. So you can reference that video for now. But one of the things I mentioned in there is actually this particular primer, and it's the Face Affinity Max Factor Primer. It's the All Day Primer. And it's supposed to extend the wear of your foundation, hence why it's called All Day. So I thought I would mention this because this is what I've been using all month in terms of January, simply because I was trying to find a new primer to use. You guys know I love my Becca primer, you know that I love my Guerlain primer, but I wanted to find an affordable option because I'm trying to get more into affordable makeup this year and like talk more about that on my channel a bit more. So I wanted to try this one, and I actually do really like it. Now, I have normal, no, I don't have normal skin. I have oily combination skin, so for me, I was a bit worried that, you know, I'm a bit skeptical about drugstore primers because I don't know, I've tried them in the past and they've literally done nothing, and actually what ended up happening was typically I would just get oilier throughout the day with the primers from the drugstore, so I was a bit skeptical. However, this particular one, I have to say I actually really like it. It does extend the wear of my foundation. Like I am using it today. I've used it every single day, to be honest, in the month of January, and I found that it does actually help my foundation last a lot longer. Yeah, in terms of oil control, I wouldn't say it necessarily does that much for my oil. I don't find that I get terribly oily, but I do get oily with foundation. So yeah, it's not the best for oil, but it is really good for extending the wear of makeup. So yeah, I thought I would mention that because I have been enjoying it and I have used quite a bit of it already. So I probably will end up repurchasing this. Now, I'm going to quickly talk about some foundations I've been really enjoying this month. Now, one of the ones I've been going back to this particular month has been the Revlon Color Stay Foundation, and it is in the shade, one I've got is the shade Mahogany. Now, I know the UK, we now have the ones, like the bottles now have the pump in them, and I think that, like, Revlon have released these with pumps now. So yeah, I do have, I think it's one of the other shades in a pump, but this shade seems to match me best, and it's the shade Mahogany, as I said. Okay, let me just put this out there. I used to love this foundation, so this isn't a new foundation or anything like that, but I used to love it so much. It basically used to be like my Estee Lauder Double Wear. It was literally the exact dupe for Estee Lauder Double Wear in terms of the thickness of it, the way it wore. It just wore so long. I could wear this on a night out and I could, you know, and it would work so well for me. However, I have to say that they have definitely changed the formula of this, and I don't know why, because they've kind of just made it, it's not as good as it used to be, let me just put it that way. But saying that, I still really do like it. It's still a long wear foundation, definitely not 24 hours. I mean, I wouldn't wear foundation for 24 hours anyway, but for me, this is the combination oily skin one, and I do get oily by the end of the day. So it doesn't really do much in that sense for oils, but it does last for a long time, and it is a great everyday foundation. Now, another foundation I wanted to mention to you is this one, and this is the Wet n Wild foundation, which you saw me do my testing new makeup video on. And guys, I have used this quite a bit as well, along with the, well, not mixed together, but both of these foundations. I've used them, and I really enjoy this particular foundation from Wet n Wild. I never thought I would, because I thought, I don't know what I thought it might be a bit too luminous for me, but actually it works great. It looks really good. It lasts for quite a long time too. I do get oily with it again towards the end of the day, which I'm not really fussed about, but to be honest, my oils seep through, but they're not, I don't look greasy with this on, if that makes sense. So I really enjoy it. I just really like it. So I highly recommend this if you can get your hands on it. I did use a shipping service to get mine, so if you can find a decent shipping service that you want to use, then yeah, I highly recommend it if you're based in the UK. But I really love it. It's got a lightweight finish. You can see the kind of finish it has on my skin if you watch the video that I did. But yeah, it's a lightweight finish, and the color match was a bit dodgy at first, but it kind of settled into my skin and worked quite well. So yeah, really like it. If I just open it up, the applicator, it comes with like this kind of spatula applicator, but I tend to just put it on the back of my hand and then just use my brush to apply that. So yeah, really been enjoying that. Now, concealer I've been enjoying using as well in January, also is from the Wet n Wild line, and it's the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. And yeah, I again love this one. It works really well. It's got a really nice medium to thick consistency, but it blends out so lovely. Now, this shade I've got is the shade Cocoa, I think it is. I have no idea. Yeah, Dark Cocoa. So I think this is the darkest one. I'm not sure. But it's not actually that dark. Again, I'll, you know, check out the video to see how it applies on me. So yeah, just be careful about that. But I really do enjoy it and I really do like it. It doesn't, for me, it doesn't crease or anything, and it blends out so beautifully on the skin. Yeah, I just think it works really well. And for the price, these two for their price, great price. So 100% recommend that as well. Right, so let's talk about some blushes I've been really enjoying. So I have been going to this particular palette, which is the Blush and Bronzer palette by Coastal Scents, and you can see mine is like battered and bruised with makeup because I've just been using this all month and I've really enjoyed it. Now, I have only been using a couple of the shades in terms of the blusher shades in this palette. Two of the blusher shades I've been going towards have been this one here, because it's a great everyday blusher for my skin tone, and then I've been going to this particular blusher here as well for the more intense kind of blush look. But I really do like their blushes, and very pigmented as well. The only one I don't necessarily think would work for me in this, or the only two things I'm not really too keen on, is this bronzer, which is not a bronzer for me, and then this, I don't know what this is, like a blush. Well, no, that's a highlight. Oh, actually, it's quite nice. I actually haven't used that. Let me just not lie. That's quite a nice highlight. Maybe I should play around with that a bit more. I also enjoyed the highlighters in this, actually, since we're sticking with this palette for a moment. So I've just realised there's another highlighter in this. I was going to talk about the two highlighters that you can see here. The actual highlighters I'm wearing today is this particular one here, and I actually put my brush into the bronze colour and the pink colour, and that's what I've got on my face today. As you can see, really intense highlighters. Really enjoy them, and it's just great because it's an easy go-to palette, you know, but everything's in one. You see how intense that is? Lovely highlight colours there. Beautiful. And then I've also been going into this one for more of that natural one, because it's natural highlight, because it's more, it's just a deeper, you know, deeper highlight shade for my skin tone. So yeah, it's just one where you don't really need to, if you don't really want to glow to the gods and you want to have a bit more natural on a darker skin tone, then that one would work best there. So this one was really good. So this one's another highlighter, which I haven't even played around with yet, and then this one is a highlighter as well. So yeah, I've got loads to discover on in this palette. Now, you can actually get this on, I think I saw this on Cocktail Cosmetics website recently for £12.95. So I'll try and link the website below for you that I saw it in the UK. If not, then you can pick it up from Coastal Scents, but I'm sure I saw it being sold on one of the UK websites. So yeah, definitely give it a go. Okay, sticking with highlighters, I just want to quickly mention this particular highlight, and this is the Betty Luminizer highlighter by The Balm Cosmetics. And the reason I'm going to mention this is because basically I've been going into my collection and I've just been saying to myself, I need to use my makeup. Like, it sounds obvious, but when you have so much makeup, you obviously don't use everything. So I've been forcing myself to go in and use things that I have not necessarily picked up for a long time, and this was one of the highlighters that I haven't really played around with for a long time. Can we see how intense that is, guys? This is such, oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful bronze tone highlight. It's so intense, guys, like really intense. Like, I feel like putting some on right now. Should I just put a little bit on? Why not? I'm not going anywhere. Okay, so that's like literally blinding. Like, that is super blinding. But anyway, this highlighter is so good. I know why people rave about the balm highlighters now, and I mean, I knew about this highlighter before, but I just never really gave it a proper go. But yeah, I feel like this might come back out again in February, but I just really like it. So good, and they're so soft as well. I don't have the one that everybody seems to love, the Mary Lou Luminizer, because I felt like this one, the Betty one, works best on a darker skin tone. And it's just beautiful, so loving it. Okay, so an eyeshadow palette that I really wanted to mention this month has been this particular one, and it's by MUA, and you guys know that I really love this palette. I just really enjoy it. I have just been dipping into this like constantly, just dipping into it. I just really enjoy the shades in this. I think it works so well. Again, I've used this recently in my testing new makeup video. It's just a beautiful eyeshadow palette. Like the shades, the metallics in this, guys, are just so stunning. Like, can you see that? Metallics are just a beautiful arrangement of colors. It's such a blinding metallic kind of finish. The mattes are probably the weaker shades in this. They do take a lot to blend, and in terms of build up, I think they are the worst performing, but the metallics, amazing, and it's only £8. Some other eyeshadows that I used this month have been these H&M ones. I think I've mentioned them before, but yeah, they're just really pretty eyeshadows, and I think they work really well. If I just swatch this shade for you, this one in particular is called Heartquake, and if you can see, it's that red tone there. It's such a beautiful color. I love these shadows. They're not soft, they feel soft, but they're not powdery, if that makes sense. Like, they're just a beautiful finish, and they give more of that like silky satin kind of finish to them. Gorgeous shades. I can put this all over my lid and off I go to work, and it's just been an easy one to use. This is the Makeup Revolution, this is the I Heart Makeup Golden Bar Palette, and I am in love with it so much. If I'm being completely honest with you, this particular palette and the Makeup Academy palette are the only two palettes I've actually reached for in January, and yeah, for good reason, because these are beautiful palettes. I think I go to this one more than the Makeup Academy one on an everyday basis. Like, it just works so well. This is an all metallic eyeshadow palette, like completely full of metallic shimmer shades in this palette. At first, I thought, I'm not gonna like that, because why are there only metallics and shimmers in this palette? Then I started using it, and I was just like, actually, I do really like it, and it's actually quite good. This gold shade, oh my gosh, guys, like, you see that gold in the middle? That is that gold there. Ooh, can you see that, guys? It's so pretty. The shades that I typically go to on an everyday basis, I would go into this shade all over my lid, typically, which is just a nice like burgundy kind of brown kind of shade. Beautiful shade all over the lid is what I typically would go for. Then I'll put the darker shade on top there, as you can see, in my crease, and it works so well because it's still a shimmer, but because it's not glittery, it works. So I can still use it in kind of like to darken up the look. But those two eyeshadows have been my go-to. I also really enjoyed this red kind of tone here. Beautiful. It's like a reddish brown shade. Stunning color. And also, in fact, I've been loving a lot of these colors. I also really enjoy this green shade right here. And that's that green there. Again, another stunning color right at the bottom. Beautiful. So yeah, I highly recommend this palette, guys. I mean, I have seen this in store in Superdrugs. It is out already. Yeah, I'll link it down below for you as well to pick it up, but get it. Love it so much. Right, some lip products I've been enjoying. I've really been enjoying these what do you call them, Megala liquid catsuit liquid lipsticks by Wet n Wild again. Sorry, I'm mentioning them again, but I just really enjoyed their stuff this month. And this one in particular is called Video Vixen. Really love it. Love it when I mix it in with another one. I think it's called Give Me Mocha. I have no idea where I've put that one because I use it so much I've misplaced it. But yeah, I really enjoy these. These feel so comfortable on the lips. They are, guys, these are like one of the most comfortable liquid lipsticks, matte ones I've used in a long time. So yeah, really highly recommend you trying those out. Something else that I wanted to mention is this, and this is the lip gloss. You guys may have heard me talk about these before, but I don't think I've been able to show you the shade I actually meant. Now this is the NARS Velvet Lip Glides, I think that's what they're called, and the shade I've been loving going to has been this shade called Bound, and it's actually what I'm using. I'm actually wearing this on top of another lip product which I'll be talking about soon from L'Oreal. It's their new L'Oreal lip paint, and it's the purple one. I'm wearing it on top of it, but it's so beautiful. These are perfect lip glosses in my opinion. Like, I've heard people say like these are the best liquid lipsticks that they've ever tried. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration on my part. Like I wouldn't claim that, but they are really nice to wear. They're really comfortable, they're not sticky, they last a long time as well. Like they just last. For a lip gloss, they do really last, and they're more of that creamy formula. So yeah, I highly recommend them. I got these small versions, I think, when they were doing the Sarah Moon collection that NARS recently released, but you can get them individuals, as in like the bigger size, the full size. But yeah, these small ones do it for me. I just really like it, and the shade that I love is called Bound. Now this particular product is probably going to lead into my not so amazing products. Now I picked up 2 of these Makeup Revolution Retro Luxe Matte Lip Kits, and I have had requests to do a lip swatch of these, so let me know if you really want to see me do these lip swatches and a review. But I have done a very detailed review of this on my blog. I've done comparison to Kylie lip kit, I've told you all about the formula, everything is in that blog post. So I will link my website and the blog post down below for you, so definitely have a read in there to see like my opinion on this. But if you want me to do like a YouTube lip swatch, then let me know as well, and I can try and get that done for you. But yeah, I picked these up. I picked up this shade which is called Glory, and it's a brown, and I also picked up the shade Regal, which is an orange. But I really wanted to talk about this for a reason, okay? Now let's start with what I love. I really love the lip liners in this, okay? The lip liners in this are just really good formula. They remind me of the ColourPop lip pencils. Creamy, soft, my kind of lip pencil. So if you don't like that, then obviously you're not gonna like this, but I really like it. It's that kind of lip pencil where you can just draw your whole, like fill in your whole lip, and it feels like you're putting on a lipstick, a matte lipstick. It's that kind of lip pencil, so I really enjoy that. Very soft, and I love this color. This is the Glory lip pencil, and the reason I love it so much is because it reminds, can you see that, guys? Can you see like how soft they are? Like so soft. The reason I really like it is because it reminds me of my favorite lip liner ever, which is the ColourPop K lip liner. So I think I have found my British version of that. Love it. So yeah, I really hope they release these lip pencils as singles, because I would be forever grateful if they did that, because I don't want to have to keep purchasing a lip kit just to get this pencil. So I'm going to quickly talk to you about some things I don't like, and I'm going to stick with this Retro Luxe lip kit. Guys, I have to say, I am not the biggest fan of the actual liquid lipstick that comes in these kits. My main thing isn't the pigmentation of these. Like, I really do like this. This one is, as I said, the shade Glory. The pigmentation is generally quite there. They're creamy, but the problem with this is that it feels more like a cream than a matte liquid lipstick, and because of that it tends to have more of a tacky texture to it, so it never really feels that completely dry down, which some people might really love. But for me, I like it. They feel comfortable in the sense that they feel so lightweight that you, in a way, you can't feel them on your lips. But for me, the main problem with this is the tackiness. You guys know, if something feels tacky on my lips, I can't deal with it. It's just like, no, I cannot deal with it. So yeah, that's the problem. They just have a tacky feeling to them. So yeah, I really like the lip pencils in this kit, but the actual liquid lipstick is a no-go for me. It just really isn't. So if they improve the formula with this, then I'd be 100% happy. Like, just get rid of the tackiness. Everything else, leave the same. Just the tackiness needs to go. But these lip pencils, Makeup Revolution, like, seriously, please. Another product which I just did not like this month is this, and it is the Super Stay Better Skin concealer. That is what it looks like there. Now, I actually picked mine up from Amazon and I got the shade Deep. I've heard so many people rave about this particular line and so many people raving about this concealer that I thought it's a must. Like, I have to try it out. But for me, it just didn't work at all. Like, I don't know, I think it might be too light for me as well, but it says Deep. I mean, obviously, like, we all know Deep doesn't mean deep in drugstore, but look at that, that's deep. Like, that is basically like yellow, really yellow on me. First of all, that's way too light for me. Secondly, it's the formula of this, like when I'm blending it out, it kind of just disappears. It's so thin in formula. Like when I'm swatching it now, it looks thick, but when I'm actually applying it and then try to blend it out, it just thins out, and then I'm just like, oh, it doesn't look very nice. So yeah, I just don't like it. The color and then the formula, it just doesn't work for me. So it's not the worst concealer I've ever tried, but I don't know, maybe I had higher expectations for it. Okay guys, that is everything I think for this month. I'm sure I probably had some other stuff to talk about, but you know, I will leave that till next month if that was the case. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know below what your favorites for this month were. What's one item that you really used a lot of this month? And yeah, have you tried any of the things that I mentioned again in this video? Let me know down below, and yeah, let's just chat below. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Okay, take care, see you soon, bye, ciao.
Goodbye, love, you feel right, my love.